Hello and welcome to One India. I am Akash. Now, a life of a celebrity is like a duck on the water. On the surface, it is so elegant and calm, but underneath, it is full of chaos and constant fight to stay relevant and, of course, get appreciation from your peers and from your fans. Now, this constant struggle pushed many of them into the world of drugs. Most of the celebs who have used any of these drugs have said just one thing, that they wanted to escape the reality, and that's why they started doing drugs, and then their life got over. Now, who can forget that infamous clip of a Bollywood party where many of the celebrities were spotted and many claimed that most of them were high on some kind of a drug. Now, recently, Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan, made headlines when he got caught on a cruise ship going from Mumbai to Goa attending a rave party. But Aryan Khan is not the only celeb who has been caught in a drug case. Here is a list of some famous celebrities from across the globe who have been caught for using drugs. But before we get into that, let's also look at some few celebrities who have actually admitted that they have used drugs. Well, on the top of this list, we have Sanjay Dutt. Yes, actor Sanjay Dutt's life is an open book, and he has always spoken about his struggle with drug addictions. The actor said that my journey with substance abuse has been of about 12 years. There are no drugs in the world that I have not done. When my father took me to America for a rehab, they gave me a list of the drugs, and I ticked every drug on it, as I have taken all of them. And second on this list is actress Kangana Ranaut. Now, the actress has been quite vocal about her struggle with drug addiction. Now, she has even admitted that she was a drug addict during her initial days in the film industry. Now, she said, I ran away from my house, I became a film star in a couple of years, and I was a drug addict. Ranbir Kapoor. Now, the chocolate boy Ranbir Kapoor confessed of doing pot or marijuana and has said that it's hard to get into the moment on the stage when 300 bored junior artists posing as a real audience, and pot made those moments feel real. Now, the actor Pratik Babbar has actually spoken about his drug addictions in a recent interview. He has said that he started using drugs at the age of 13. Well, Pratik said that people still think that he hooked onto these drugs because it was cool for a celebrity to indulge in recreational drugs. But he said that for him, it was an escape from reality. He said that my childhood was complicated and there were a lot of questions that I didn't have answers to. So I looked somewhere else for solace. So, well, these were the few celebs who were very vocal about their use of drugs or recreational drugs. But there are few who actually made headlines as they got caught for the use of drugs. And who are these celebrities? Well, let's start this list with none other than Rhea Chakraborty. Yes, she needs no introduction because she got extremely famous, or in this case, infamous, at a time in the context with the mysterious Sushant Singh Rajput's case. Now, Rhea and her brother Shobik Chakraborty were arrested by the NCB in a drug angle that sprung out of the Sushant Singh Rajput's case. Now, the actress claimed that she was conceded to making self-incriminating confessions, which she later formally retracted to. While Rhea was released on bail in October of 2020, her brother was released in December last year. Now, Rhea Chakraborty, who was charge sheeted by the NCB for allegedly supplying drugs to the late actor Sushant Singh Rajput, in her statement have said that the Kedarnath actor was actually addicted to drugs before she even met him. Well, next on this list is John Lennon. John Lennon of the Beatles was charged with the possession of half a gram of morphine and 200 grams of hashish after a raid was conducted at his house in London. At first, him and his wife Yoko, the couple basically denied that the drugs belonged to them. However, the music legend later pleaded guilty to prevent his wife Yoko Ono to be deported back to Japan, and he was let off with a warning and a fine of 150 British pounds. After that, it is actor Matthew McConaughey. Now, the Oscar-winning actor was arrested in 1999 and was booked on the suspicion of possession of marijuana, possession of drug pedophilia, and resisting transportation. Now, the actor spent about 9 hours in the jail before he was released at a $1,000 bond. A report stated that the drug charges against him were later dropped. Next on this list is Jimi Hendrix. Yes, the legendary rock guitarist Jimi Hendrix was arrested in 1969 at Toronto airport for allegedly having heroin in his bag. Now, the legend was briefly held and released at a bail of $10,000. Now, Hendrix later claimed that the drugs were actually planted in his bag by the police. Well, next on this list is Robert Downey Jr. Now, the name doesn't need any introduction anymore because he is synonymous with the Marvel superstar Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Now, interestingly, Robert Downey Jr.'s journey with superstardom or to superstardom is nothing short of an epic in itself. Now, the actor, who has never shied away about talking about his troubled past, has been arrested repeatedly for drug possession, including marijuana, cocaine, and heroin. He not only spent his time behind bars but also sentenced to a 3-year in substance abuse facility for failing to show up to a court-ordered drug test. He was released by the judge by serving only 12 months. Although he continued to struggle with his addiction, his then girlfriend inspired him to come clean and change his ways. The couple basically tied their knots in 2005 and they are happily together for 15 years now. Well, next on this list that we're going to talk about is Celeb. He is also another member of the legendary band Beatles. Paul McCartney was arrested after he was caught with a half a pound of marijuana at the Tokyo airport in 1980. Now, the British legend actually admitted that he brought the drug along with him because he thought that they were actually banned in Japan. And last but not the least, if you're talking about people or celebrities who are basically caught with drugs, how can you not talk about Snoop Doggy Dogg or Snoop Dogg? The rapper was banned from entering Norway when he was actually caught trying to bring 8 grams of marijuana through the airport. Meanwhile, in Sweden, the star was actually arrested by the police and when they actually pulled over his car and tested him for narcotics. Although he denied taking the drugs, his test actually came out positive with the findings showing that the highest measurable values of narcotics were there in his body at that point of time. However, the case against him was dropped as the Swedish police could not confirm if the US rapper was under the influence of the drugs while on the Swedish soil. So, well, there you have it, the list of celebrities who admitted that they were using drugs or they were actually caught using drugs. But no matter wherever you are, whatever you do, drugs are not the solution, as everybody who has ever used them would tell you. And it's better to stay away from them and live your life in a clear weather.